Hi investors and business people. I'm proud to say we are back to the best channel when it comes to the transport and logistics industry in Africa. Yes, we have been dropping videos, but not as I had promised. I promised to do a video every day for 2022, but that hasn't been the case. Over the past few months, I've been getting a lot of engagements, especially on the comment section. Most of you had questions that needed to be answered. So we can't say we are back without answering those questions. So I wrote down a few of those questions that I would like to answer on this video. We will only answer some of the questions and hopefully answer others in the near future. Utsebo asked us this question. Good day, Mr. Khaya. There is something I would like to ask and know regarding the infrastructure of our country. Does our SA infrastructure support the transportation system? As I see most transport companies are closing down, and lack of infrastructure development can be one of the issues for companies to close down. What is your take on that? Look, Tsepo, our infrastructure as a country does support the transport sector. We have one of the best distribution channels in Africa and in the world. Most transport companies are not closing because of our infrastructure, but because our economy is not growing in a way that is conducive for business. Before the virus, most companies spoke of growth, but 2 years down the line, most have closed or are closing their doors. The virus has not only affected the transport sector, but business in general. I also believe that the government and the private sector must play a role in developing our infrastructure, because as of now, we are not heading in the right direction. Most of our services are poor. Tsepo and other youth out there can do something to help develop our infrastructure and not destroy it. The second question I would love to answer was from Unhlanhla. Between Mercedes, Scania, UD, MAN, which is a more reliable brand, something not high maintenance? Look, Mercedes, MAN, Scania and UD are more or less the same on maintenance, but only if you buy it new. When it is a used truck, don't buy a messed up one. These trucks will finish your pocket. The truck parts are very costly. If you do buy one of these, make sure you are buying an ex-fleet, a truck with a record, a truck that is not too old, and also a truck that hasn't been changing hands every year. So for me, I believe choosing the right truck will go a long way determining what you pay on maintenance. It can be either one of the 4 brands, it doesn't matter. Buy a good truck, a good used truck. Get the right work for it, work that pays on time. Also remember that when buying a truck, check parts availability in whichever area that your truck will work. Desmond asked another great and mostly asked question. Is it possible to make 80k profit a month with one truck in the trucking industry, Mr. Khaya? Nhlanhla did, however, answer that question on the comment section the way I would have answered the question. It always depends on the type of contract or work you are doing. Yes, you can make it, but try going for the main contract if it's possible. If you do go for a subcontractor contract, then work with reputable brokers and also involve your attorneys in signaturing agreed contracts. This will go a long way ensuring that you get the agreed amount, and this will protect you from entering into dodgy contracts. I got another question from Ulwazi. Super interested in this industry. Any advice as to where one can look for a contract? I have always said you have to narrow it down to what type of goods you want to deliver. This will help you make an informed decision on where to start looking for contracts. This will also help you understand the problems and benefits of transporting that preferred good. Once you have enough understanding, it will become easier to start looking for a contract in that field. The other question, and I think it is very important to answer it. This one was from Copas and a few other people. Can I get finance for my startup? It is always difficult to have access to finance, especially as a startup, as there is no history of what your company has done. You might have a bank account, but that will mean nothing if your business hasn't been operating for over 24 months. So over the past 2 years, I've been looking for ways to get involved in that space because I saw the problem and I knew it needs to be addressed. We have now, as a dealership, built a relationship with a few finance houses like the commercial finance, and are now able to assist our clients to get finance in all major banks in South Africa. This move will help businesses to use their cash for cash flow, and for growing their fleet, they can now use funding from the banks. This will help businesses focus more on growth and be protected from any eventualities that need cash or cash flow. Startups push to have money for one track and build your profile, and in a year or so, finance will be made available to you. Don't give in, don't give up. Funding can be found next door from your house. I will do a lot of videos on finance and push to get most of our clients financed. I will answer the last one question. This has been asked by almost everyone new to the channel, and I have done little to address that, as I believed that most people will believe I want to take their money. So I left it to those who had to dig deeper to know more about it. The question is, what is the blueprint and how can we get access to the blueprint? Look, the blueprint is an online program that we created 2 years ago to help startups and those already in business get understanding and knowledge about the transport sector. We used the strategies on the blueprint and still apply these strategies on our transport business. We covered almost all the questions you might have about the business. We can guarantee you that once you learn from the blueprint, you will have overwhelming knowledge about the transport business. And we hope you can execute what you will have learned. For now, to access the blueprint, you will have to pay 1,999, 80% off. But first, you will have to call me on my numbers on the description below to get an invoice. And after payment is done and received, we'll email the blueprint to your preferred email address. We will be launching our online store soon, and you'll be able to buy the blueprint online and also do your payments online. We are currently in studio shooting the blueprint again, and the price will go back to the normal price of 9,999. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And to those who follow us, please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and share this channel to your friends, colleagues, and family. The channel will now also focus in other topics that are business related. Our aim is to change how business is done in Africa, and we have to attend other businesses of interest. And for the past 2 years, we haven't been sleeping, but we have been working. See you on our next video, and thank you.